Hey, it's Jeff. I'm back with another real estate tip. Today we're still focusing on buyers. First I wanted to talk about these. If anyone has these things, it's the AirPods. These are great. Put them in your ear, boom. It actually just connected. It goes bling. If you need a good Bluetooth headphones, I recommend these things. They're great. I use them all the time. If you're video editing even, like when you take it off, when you take one out, it pauses the music. If you're video editing, it actually pauses whatever footage you're working on. It is amazing. When you put them back in the case, a little green light goes on and it starts to actually charge them. Close it up, it's charging the unit, and it's neat. There's it's the lightning adapter on the top. It's actually on the bottom of it. Anyways, let's get to the video. Inspections. So I want to break it down into 4 points. Number 1, the first one, inspection time frame. We find a little house, we put an offer on it. First contingency on that contract, and it's outlined on the offer, is a time frame for the buyers to do any inspections they want to do and go from there. This is called a contingency. Generally, the time frame is about 12 to 14 days, and it's the time for buyers, not myself, a buyer, to hire a third party, an inspector, to do inspections. That's number 1. Number 2, what kind of inspections do you want to have? Most of the time, you're doing a general review home inspection. It is when an inspector goes in, they're going to kind of get dirty and look at everything they can. They're going to look at the roof, they're going to look in the basement, they're going to check all the appliances, they're going to run the dishwasher, they're going to run the garbage disposal, they're going to make sure outlets are plugged in right, they're going to make sure the electrical box, you get the point. There's a lot to them, but that's the number 1 thing you want to have done. There are several other specialty inspections that you can have done. So you can get a radon test done to look to see if that's an issue. There's ways to mitigate that. Another one is a termite inspection. There are termites in Columbus, Ohio, or any other wood destroying insect thing inspection. So those are specialty inspections. I recommend those as well, and it will help get an overall picture of the condition of the house. Number 3, we're going to review the actual inspection. Now with all these disclosures and liabilities, I mean, we get inspections that are really thick. Well, if I printed them, they would be really thick, but it's generally very long. I'm talking 30 to 50 pages long. There's gonna be a lot of pictures on them, pointing out every little detail they can. We're not sweating the details. There's a lot of information on these reports. They get very overwhelming. My job is to go through that inspection report, find the stuff that's kind of a deal breaker, and we can go over more of those, see if there's anything concerning. Then we're gonna go to step 4 if we have to. So number 4 is actually the request to remedy. In this market, if there are things that are unsatisfactory to the buyer, say for example, the water heater is not working. That might be a concern for a buyer. They want to have hot water, right? So it would be something in a form of a request to remedy. We go back to the seller and say, this is not working properly. We want you to fix it. Or we want a new one. Or we want money so that when we close, we can buy a new one. Or we want the house a little cheaper so that we can get a new one. So you get the point. There's a lot of different ways to negotiate this step, but this is kind of the final step in the inspection process. Generally, during this time frame, it is the time in which a deal might fall apart. It's more common to see a house be in contract, and then you see something come back on the market in a few days, 7 or 10 days. It's usually due to inspections. I'm not saying it is every time, but it typically is. That's a real quick overview of how inspections work in this market. If you have any more questions, please email me. I love feedback. My name is Jeff Kreider again. My email is Jeff, Jeff, at theColumbusAgent.com. You can call or text me anytime, 614-795-7655. You can follow me all over the interwebs. I'm on YouTube. I have a blog at theColumbusAgent.com. I also have a Facebook page. It's /ColumbusAgent. Put comments below, subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos out and some DIY projects. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Take care.